is me, Damien. So today here is my friend Lorenzo. He is with me to discuss a lot of things about life, career, and heartbreaks. So I'm a lyricist, I'm an Indian producer, and I'm just beginning with all these things. I'm an upcoming artist. So let's start on this podcast. So here it is Lorenzo.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Welcome to the podcast,
Thank
brother.
you so much. So, hi, my name is Lawrence. People call me Lorenzo. That's the easiest way to communicate with me. I am a pastry chef and production head as well. So here in this podcast, we are going to discuss a lot of things about what is happening, what is going on, plus what my friends said so far, that heartbreaks and careers, sometimes some situation which we never overcome. There is a empty part which needs to be fulfilled, but somehow we cannot manage that. So we are going to discuss about that thing. So here, Mr. Damien, just it's very happy to see you again after 2 years. How is everything so far?
It's all good. It's all good. So let's start with the first point. Why we are doing this podcast?
Very nice. Well, this podcast is totally about the life journey. Basically, it's a life journey what we are talking about. And moreover, it's like we want the youth to understand that whatever you do, whether it's like getting married to somebody or having a relationship with somebody and whatsoever, it's not the achievement that we are talking about. We are really talking about what you are doing it for yourself. What you are doing it for yourself. Because at my time, I can say that I have seen one of my friends, they have expensive stuffs with them. Somebody who is in a relationship with a girl who is like a 10 out of 10. Somebody who is getting married to one of the most beautiful ladies, etc. But that was not the thing I was looking for. What I was generally looking for is what they have done so far in their life. Like for example, I have seen one of my friends, I forgot his name, but when I met him in my college days, I saw him with one of the super bikes, and that time, he was the only guy with the super bike. So out of curiosity, I just asked him how much it is. The only thing he gave me a reply that it's way out of your league. The day when he said that it's way out of my league, that was the a click in my brain that how come this thing is way out of my league. So I need to find that how come or how can he say it is way out of my league. So long story short, this is basically about, even if you think it is impossible, you can generally, if you work hard or focus on the things that you need to do, you can achieve that. Whether it's a mid-range bike or a high-range bike or a car that you really want, you can achieve anything. It's generally all about this. The car is just the example.
Now, what do you feel about this thing about love or distraction, females and everything? What do you think about them? In this generation, we have seen so much of girls or women who are doing just shittiest type of things just to get the attention.
Yeah, it's
And
very nice.
So if I talk about that, there's one thing which is getting up a lot of more, that is they're getting into relationships just for conditions, not they need that exact thing or that loyalty.
In other words, you want to say it's not from the heart, right?
Yes, it's not from the heart, it's just their mindset that they only see business in us, how they can acquire a lot
Like
of
the
things,
ATM cards.
attentions, monies and everything. So what do you feel about that? What's your point of view?
See, here the point of view, what I can generally say is, love is really one of the most beautiful feeling you can ever get in life. As a chef, the point is, if you don't make something out of love, the food is not right. You might not like your own creation. So that's what love really is. That's my chef point of view.
Yes.
And if I go into the life point of view, see, you love your family.
Yes.
You can do anything for your family. You love your brother. You can do anything for your brother. You love your pet dog. You can do anything for your pet dog.
Mhm.
See, whatever you're doing it in the outcome of love. It's like you're not keeping any expectations. However, like this current relationship and the generation which we are right now,
Mhm.
what I have seen so far is like they try to make it feel or make it a thing that it is an achievement. It is an achievement. Like if you get into a relationship or if
For
you
them, it's an achievement. For
Mm.
us, it's a very different thing that we trust
True,
on
true.
them. That's the efforts we put in.
nowadays, you know, like the efforts, they don't look at the efforts. They look at how much we made so that we can date them. Like for example, before this podcast, like I was going through one of the feeds on the Instagram. Generally, I see all those comic and jokes that generally pops up. But there was one video I was seeing. The girl literally says that the guy must have like 300k salary as you know, like per month he needs to earn. Some of them said like 1 CR, 2 CR, or like 20 CR. Some of them like 50, 60 lakhs. I'm just wondering like if you want a guy of that capability who has earned himself like that, you think that guy is ready for you to like go on date with you? He is way out of your league because he has seen the worst part of his life
Obviously.
and he had no choices. That's why right now, which position he is earning that money, he is already have been through a lot. And that time you guys might not have given him the attention which you want from him right now. And what we are. See, if we love somebody, for example, if we love somebody, we do it without any expectations. What we expect? A little bit of care, affection, and that's it. We are not asking you for money. We are not asking you for how much you can spend on us. We are just asking for a little bit of care and attention, which is too much for the girls these days. Like for example, I have to be some person who needs to have like 30 to 300,000 K or 50, 60 lakhs or like millions of dollars or whatever. Millions of dollars is like something which is possible. I will
Which
say
is very possible.
which is possible if I am going beyond my limits. It is
That's
possible.
true. That's true.
But the thing is, in general, I'm speaking. In general, it's something, you know, like even if I'm in that category and I'm getting somebody, you think I will get her in the outcome of love, or she is coming to me because I have that much of money? Obviously, it's the money.
Obviously,
It's the money.
100%.
But when I'm earning like 15,000 Indian money, which is almost 130, 35, I don't know the maths, but whatever it is, you think the girl will be eligible enough? Not eligible enough, like she will be, you know, generous enough to give me that offer. Like, okay, this guy is generous. He has a nice heart. He's caring. He has the potential. No, right? So there is one more thing I would love to, you know, like not explain, but I would love to add. Like when I joined my company for the first time.
Okay.
So there was a thing like, see, I'm not married. I'm single for the last 5 years. And it's not that I never had a relationship before. I do have a relationship, but we broke up with some major issues, I would say. That was the biggest turning point. Because at the time I thought that without her I won't be achieving anything. Like she was the backbone of mine. I literally thought that. But at the end of the day, I have understood that I have to push my boat to the river because nobody is coming to help me now. It's my boat. I have the rowing, you know, these sails and the rowing paddles.
Yeah.
So if I am rowing the boat, I am the one to put that boat onto the river, and then I am the one who is rowing that boat to my destination where I want to go. Nobody is coming to help me out. So this is the thing that has happened. So I joined my company. I was working, and there was one girl, like she's not an Indian, I would say. She asked me like, are you married or something? I said, no, I'm single. The first thing she did, like she saw me from top to bottom. Second thing, she saw that how much I earn, which is very confidential. I never opened that thing. And third thing is, she said, you have no value as a man. You have no value as a man. I don't know with what with what statement she came with that, but if I am single, I have nobody.
Mm-hmm.
How come does that thing makes me valueless? So this was something which I really made a research. And first thing first, the company, like I'm still working right now. I never, like put my head into that thing, like why is such, because I have to focus on my work.
Mm-hmm.
Because for me, like if I'm not doing my thing, then it's obvious, like I will be lagging behind. And then in my second contract, when I went, same thing. It was like, if I am single,
Mm-hmm.
I have no right to ask a girl for a date. Why? Because I'm single. In their mind, you know what they have made up? This guy is single, he's not eligible, he's not that much of capable to handle us, plus he's single for a long time, so does he know how to, know a woman or handle a woman? Like, you are just making the assumption that I can't. But the thing is, you're going with the guy who is already married, have kids and whatsoever. But you think that the guy who is married has more potential than me because I'm single. It's a kind of a joke, but what I can say. It's completely like, as a joke, but I don't want to put my head on that because it generally happens. I took it as a joke and now I really just don't give a damn about it. And the third thing is like the heartbreaks. And that's the very beautiful
That's the point
thing.
actually.
That's a
We
very
are getting
beautiful
to talk
thing,
about. Like if I talk about heartbreaks are the very worst thing we can ever experience, right?
See, it is the worst thing if you are not doing anything with yourself.
Yes.
It's just that your heart is broken, you're
Mhm.
at your home. You might be into some bullshit, like, you have to do, you will do this, you will do that. All those, small things which can harm you. But if you look at the bigger picture,
Mhm.
heartbreak generally like gives us a message.
Mhm.
The one which you thought will never leave you,
Mhm.
she is the one who left you in such a way that will give you the power to show yourself that you are far better than who is the other person.
Obviously.
You know why?
100%.
Two things. Which is the 95% of the thing which generally happens with the guys these days. Like somebody who is not doing something, it's totally upon his father's money or whatsoever.
Yeah,
If
society
he's-
judges.
Yeah.
Society judge, right?
Yeah, the society really does that, bro. Like, for example, he has done nothing, but his father has a lot of money. So by certain things, like he might get into something. But imagine that, a normal guy who is doing everything by himself and he gets his heart broken.
Yeah,
Just like
like
getting a
a
job,
self-made
doing
person.
everything for everyone,
Hmm.
doing
It's-
things for his girl,
Mhm.
Absolutely.
family.
The girl didn't value his didn't value how much worthy he is. The girl didn't value how much he gave his all attention just to make her happy. What
Obviously,
she
because
thought.
because we always give the efforts to them every time. Like if we are doing a job, like let's say 9 to 5. If
Absolutely.
we are doing that 9 to 5 job, and we are just getting a little bit of time for themselves to make them happy,
Hmm.
but they are not happy with that either.
You know what they have made them understood, like we can get more, we can get more. This is the only statement which has made them believe that they are some kind of a superstar or a
Mhm.
princess or
Mhm.
whatsoever. Darling, if you need a princess treatment, you have to treat us like a king. If you treat us like a king, we can give you the princess treatment
Obviously.
whenever you want, regardless how much money I earn.
The only thing is like if we give our loyalty to them, like we are giving our time, efforts, and everything, we are just treating them as a princess.
Hmm.
That's the point. They don't want that. They want that fucking toxicity. They want their boyfriend to be so harsh on them
Hmm.
just to stick with that. Why so? Why is that? Why
Well-
the fuck do you want that toxicity? I don't wanna take that name, but I would like to say
Carry on,
one
carry
of
on.
my
I'm listening.
experiences.
Yeah.
That is like worst enough. That is worst enough. they don't deserve our loyalty because they don't know how to treat us. They don't know how to, process the feelings because they always think about themselves. Yeah, I need this, I need that. Have you ever thought about that? Ki, my man is working enough. He is doing a lot of stuffs for me. I should be loyal to him. But I'm not doing that. What I'm doing OnlyFans. I'm doing Instagram. I'm just dancing. I'm just showing the videos. What the fuck do you just want? You fucking girl.
Bro, about the Instagram
Oh,
thing, I would
God.
say, about the Instagram thing, I would say, like, there are some videos generally, like, if you are dancing, it's okay. Like, I know this all Indians are Bharatanatyam,
Yes.
the Western, the Eastern, and whatsoever. But when it comes to, like, okay, I'll dance, but I have to show my blouse. Or I have to show my
yeah.
I have to show my short skirt on
Yeah.
or whatsoever. Like, are you promoting nudity?
Yes.
Are you promoting nudity?
This all fucking makes you a prostitute. You don't even realize this. Like 100 men watching you and they're just jerking on you.
They like the thirsty comments. They like the thirsty comments. I'm telling you the
I just
truth.
don't
I'm
understand
telling you the
why-
truth.
why-
You know, you know why I'm telling you the truth? Because whenever I open the comment box, like some of the comment boxes, they
Yes.
generally disable that because I
Mhm.
know what kind of comments they will be getting. Mainly the brinjal pictures.
Yes.
You know the brinjal pictures, right?
Yeah,
Or
I know
cucumbers.
that, I know that,
Or the
yeah.
cucumbers.
I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah. So there was one girl who was doing, and I opened the comment box and I saw like some guys literally like, totally with that emoji of,
Oh my god.
bro, what is that? What is that? She literally wants that, and you are literally showing yourself like how much of a fucking simp you are. You think she's giving you the message, hi, how are you?
No, that's
How's your day so far? Does she doing that? No, right?
No.
What she's doing? She's doing her thing, she's getting her likes, and if it's monetized, then she will get her payment because of how
That's
much.
the only thing they want because of the monetization on Instagram. If you see,
Right.
And literally this feed nowadays, Instagram feeds are most horrible. I'm just opening Instagram just to the feeds. I'm like seeing nudities. I'm like seeing women's dancing in bikinis. They're showing their cleavages. And even if I, like more precisely, if I talk about girls doing this, I would say Indian girls.
You know, like I was in foreign countries a lot. I
Mhm.
have traveled a lot of countries. You know the beautiful part of that country? It's not the country. It's the woman. Because the woman over there,
Mhm.
even though it's an open country, they don't go show their bodies like,
No.
okay, I have this much of that and much of that.
They respect themselves.
They respect themselves. The best thing is like they cover themselves with a lot of beautiful clothes
Mhm.
or whatever clothes they
Mhm.
wear, like going out, or if it's in a beach, then I know in beach you have to wear a bikini. That's nothing new. But if you're on a road, it's like you have to get yourself covered because you know the climate.
Obviously.
Even if it's hot, at least they are covering themselves with a nice body cloth so that they feel safe. They feel safe. But when I come over here and I see this kind of bullshit, you know what I feel? Like, when did this place
Mhm.
become Los Angeles?
No, I would say that it's okay. It's okay to wear short dresses or those kind of stuff. It's okay. You can wear it, but just be appropriate. No, just be appropriate.
See, the thing is,
To the public, to
generally
the-
you mentioned the short dress.
Yes.
This might get into another conflict, like why these guys are speaking about short dresses. See, thing is, we have no problem with your short dress and
Mhm.
whatsoever. Don't take me as a
We
simp.
really don't have that much of problem.
We are really
We don't
not
have
interested.
that.
We are really not interested in that.
Yeah.
But one thing I would love to say, like if you are on a short dress
Mhm.
and if you think yourself that you are the most sexiest person in
Mhm.
the club and whatsoever,
Mhm.
yeah, you might get the attention in the club because that's the general protocol to
Mhm.
go inside the club. But trust me, if I see a lady, an Indian lady with a cultural dress,
Yes.
like whatever the dress it might be, whether it's this big cloth, what they call like a sari, I believe, yeah, sari, or something like a kurti and urni, or whatever that is. If they are into their traditional clothes
Mhm.
or classical clothes,
Yeah.
they look far better than the girls who is in a short dress. I can give you the proper demograph.
No, more of that.
Proper demograph, the more of that I would come, but listen to this demograph.
Mhm.
A lady over here
Yeah.
with a short dress, and another lady over here with a traditional attire.
Traditional dishes. Yeah.
A traditional attire.
Mhm.
Who will look more classy?
I would say Traditional?
Absolutely.
Yes, traditional.
Absolutely. Now carry on with that point.
Um,
It was like moreover. Moreover, the girls generally like what they think about the short.
no, it's like people prefer, or us
Mhm.
guys prefer those girls who are rooted up to their culture,
Mhm.
who are not just for the show for the Western culture. Because if I talk about this cultural things or of this generation is so toxic that they're just getting that Western culture into the Indian culture and mixing up. They're just mixing up
I
things.
won't say that stuff because Western culture is very different. I have seen the Western
Yeah.
culture. I have been into the Western culture.
Mhm.
You know what's the best part about the Western culture?
Mhm.
If I am born into that part and I'm speaking in English,
Yeah.
then that's my mother tongue,
Yeah.
and I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
And if I'm in my home country
Mhm.
and I'm speaking in English,
Mhm.
which is not my mother tongue, it is like I have learned that word.
Yeah.
But when I am speaking in my mother tongue,
Mhm.
I should be proud of that, which mostly none of them, feel proud of that.
Obviously, you should feel proud of yourself, of your languages.
It's
of your
okay if
culture.
you speak Hindi, Bangla, Urdu,
It's all okay,
Arabic,
whatever language you speak.
whatever
it's all okay.
language.
It doesn't make you illiterate.
Yeah.
If you want to speak in Bengali,
See,
that's okay.
like in the local area, if I go,
Yes.
I generally speak in Bangla. You know why I speak in Bangla? Because that's the easiest way to communicate with them, and I never feel ashamed of that.
Obviously.
And there was something like an experience, I would say, like my family member.
Okay.
One of the police officers caught me for the license and the registration. I was in a part of, that place, Bidhan Nagar, with the city center thing,
When
the
was it?
metro.
When did it happen?
It happened like a year ago. I'm telling you what happened. So I showed him the license and the registration, etc. And the officer was speaking to me in Bangla, in Bangla. So I replied him in Bangla, in a professional way. When I came back home, I shared my experience.
Yeah.
You know what they said? Why didn't you speak in English? I mean, why should I?
Why should? Yes, obviously. Why should I speak that?
If that officer is
Mhm.
happy with the mother tongue
Yes.
and is coming in a generous way
Yes.
and talking to me like,
Mhm.
okay, your license and registration is fine,
Mhm.
in his language,
In his language, yes.
in his language,
Mhm.
then since I know that language, I have
Mhm.
learned that language.
Yes,
My
obviously.
thing is also the same. I need to speak to him
Of course.
in Bangla as well,
Yeah.
because that's the way we communicate.
That's a way to communicate, actually.
Yeah,
Actually.
right. But these people, they thought that you showed them that you're from the local area, local thing, etc. Like, it's not even local. If a person
they
is
always talk in English. They're like they're going to Starbucks, they're at Domino's or Pizza Hut. Where the fuck is? They start speaking English and with an accent, with a funny accent. I'm just worried about that. It's a very funny accent. I'm like, just
I have
give me
seen that.
something like that.
I have
Oh
seen
my
that.
God.
I have seen that. Even there was
Oh,
one.
shit.
Even there was one experience. I will tell you. Like, I will share with you that one later. But
Mhm.
since that topic was about the heartbreaks and distraction,
Yes,
yeah.
heartbreaks and distractions.
The way you said that toxicity and etc. See, toxicity is nothing.
Mhm.
Possessiveness is nothing.
Mhm.
Controlling is nothing.
Mhm.
It's a very normal thing. You know why they make it look like toxic? It's generally the
Yes.
girls. It's generally the girls. You know what they see? They see this web series like 365 days,
365 days, yeah,
50 shades of
50
grey,
shades of
whatsoever.
grey, yeah,
Whatsoever.
yeah.
That bondage thing in that cinematography
Yeah.
and in the movie what they show,
Mhm.
they fantasize themselves with that person.
Obviously.
They
That's true,
fantasize
that's true,
themselves.
that's 100% true.
And that's what they think. This is the real masculine, this is the real toxicity that we want in real.
Sir.
But the thing is, what I always tell you, you get what you manifest.
Yes.
Once they get that same
Mhm.
thing,
Mhm.
they complain like he's controlling, he doesn't
too
let me do
possessive,
this,
he's
he's possessive,
dominating,
etc.
he's-
See, a guy is never possessive
Mhm.
until and unless you leave him no way to show him that.
Oh,
See, if a
that's
guy,
true.
if you're, suppose for example, I'm taking as a person X
Mhm.
and a person XZ,
Mhm.
alright? So the person X is in a loving relationship with the person XZ, and then what happens? Like after a few years or something, that person claims that this person doesn't love me.
Mhm.
Okay, so there might be no more spark in that relationship, but if I look closely, They were in that relationship for 2 years. What were you doing in that 2 years? Just tell me, what were you doing in that 2 years? If you say that he doesn't love you, just tell me only one point. Okay. What was the answer I got? He was possessive because I was wearing short dress. Darling, short dress is not something that has to be a possessive. Okay. First thing first, how much backup do you have? Because generally, if you are making an allegation to that person that he is becoming possessive, controlling, and whatsoever, you are no more somebody of a soft girl era, or somebody who is pure.
But the main thing is like, if you see girls of the generations, they are talking like more about toxicity. Like, I want a guy who's very toxic. I want a guy who's very dominating. But when you are getting that, you're just going out of hands. What you're doing?
I'm telling you, if you want something toxic, go marry a snake. Go marry king cobra, black mamba, the Sahara rattlesnake.
Yeah.
Or that green snake which is more venomous than a king cobra.
Oh yes.
Go marry them. You're getting toxic. You're getting toxicity, as well as they can choke you as well, because you're always into something. Those kind of posts in Facebook, choke me, daddy. You think we don't say seed or what? See, I have seen the best and the worst. And the other thing which I would love to add is that the possessiveness, the girls say. You might have, I won't say you have cheated, but you might have lied to him on something which is the reason why he is becoming like that. So when you are with that person and you know that this person is doing for me a lot, plus he is giving me all his attention, whatever he is earning, he is sharing, he is paying the bills, etc. Why are you going for more? That guy loves you from all his heart. He's giving you what he has. And you're fantasizing with somebody who is already in a bigger position with a bigger money. You think that guy will love you for that. He just only wants your body for one night and that's it.
He will just for a day and he will just leave you.
Yeah, it's only one day and then you will get the 1 day money and that's it. You think you want to have that kind of a relationship of a long term? No, right? The guy who is normal, who is not even earning that much of money, but he's loving you from all his heart. And
he's giving time, he's giving his efforts and everything.
He's doing fucking efforts for you, brother.
He's just doing everything to make
you
just
happy. To make you happy, and you are not even amplified yourself. You are not even satisfied with what he has. You are just thinking that okay, he needs to have this much of money just to stay with you.
Yes.
What do you think, man? Is it a joke? See, brother, I had a relationship like this before.
It's actually a joke to them because they don't.
See, what is the biggest joke I will say? The relationship of this generation.
Oh, that's the biggest joke. That's the biggest joke. Like relations, not only relations. If I talk about people of this generation, very worse. They are getting out of hands. They're getting out of hands.
Let them be. If they are happy with that, let them be. I'm telling you, if the girls are happy with those kind of delusional thoughts and imagination and whatsoever, let that be. Because if they want a sugar daddy, go make it by yourself. If you want this kind of a Prada, Gucci, whatsoever, go earn it for yourself.
Obviously, because they're not respecting our time, respecting our efforts. They just need more and more better.
For example, like Prada, right?
Yeah, Prada.
One of the brands which the girls from the Western countries like the most. Now I'm coming back to India, right? Now the demand is like Birkin, Coach, Gucci, Balenciaga,
Louis Vuitton.
For the first time in my life I've spelled that correctly.
Yes.
I used to spell that like Louis Vuitton, like that. It's Louis Vuitton.
I used to say Louis Vuitton.
Kind of Italian.
Louis Vuitton. Yes.
Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
How much does a Louis Vuitton cost in general? Indian money.
In general, I would say it cost, if I say about Indian currency,
Indian currency.
If you
the basic, not the highest one, the basic.
Like as a basic, if you buy something from them, it will around cost you like at least 50k, I would say.
50k is the cheaper one. For the girls of this generation right now, 50k is cheap.
50k is actually like, I don't know how to say
How come they think that it is cheap, man? Earn 50k by yourself.
I mean, have you earned that 50K by yourself? No, you have just earned 50K
See,
by
even
showing
if you
others.
start, I'm telling you, even if you start with a certain company, that certain XYZ company won't even give you 50K as your first salary. I'm telling you the truth. If you have the best experience,
Yeah.
nice experience, whatever field,
Mm-hmm.
the best salary they can give you
Mm-hmm.
for your first journey is 35 with
That's as a
experience.
beginner,
It's
obviously, you
35.
have
That's
to work
that's
hard,
a lot
very
of
much hard to
that's
get 50.
that's lot generous amount which they can
Mhm.
earn at first place.
Mhm.
And if you go 50K, well and good, because you have already crossed the two milestones.
Yes.
Nobody will give you 50K on your first journey when you start in a certain company over here.
Obviously,
You can
obviously.
earn 50K if you are in abroad. More than 50K, I can imagine. Yeah, you can earn. You can earn. I would never say you cannot. You can earn, but
You can
if
earn,
need
you
to,
can do that.
but you
That
need
is
to go
always-
outside, right? Thing is, they think I will stay here, I will earn from here, and then I will make it believe, okay, he's the one who will pay for my date, he's the one who is going to pay for my gifts, and nowadays, you know, this thing what I do,
Yes, this thing I want to talk
what I'm
about
telling
is
you
like-
right now in the podcast, these points which I mentioned, right?
Yes.
These points.
Yeah.
There will be certain things that when did the girl started asking for gifts? Nobody is asking for gifts, right?
No.
I know these girls will generally
Mhm.
ask.
Mhm.
So I'm clearing it out. I'm not even mentioning you guys, but hypothetically, if you go inside the geography
Mhm.
of your mind,
Mhm.
then you generally know that if a guy is constantly asking you for everything, how would you feel?
There's another thing I would like to add is that about spending money. If I talk about that, what do you say? What's your views on this?
Well, it's up to you because as a man can generally spend for a day is 2,000 Indian rupees
Mhm.
for a day. What he's gonna buy? His groceries,
Mhm.
his sanitation products,
Mhm.
some miscellaneous
Mhm.
snacks.
Yeah.
Still, he will be left with 500 rupees.
Uh,
Even
but the
even
thing
also
is- but
even
no,
also
no.
let me tell you, even while having a tea or cigarettes whatsoever, still
Mhm.
he will be saving 500 rupees.
Mhm.
But when it comes with a lady, you have to spend 300, not 300, 3,000K in a restaurant. Depends
Mhm.
what kind of lady you are dating. Otherwise, 1K, 2K, which generally is very common.
Mhm.
And the end of the day, what you're gonna get? Arguments.
Oh my God, arguments. This is a thing we have been waiting for.
Mhm.
Arguments is like it is related to complaints. It is related to
Mostly
complaints
complaints.
because obviously, if I talk about relationships, I had a relationship before. Obviously, I had a lot of relationships, but I'm not gonna lie. But the girl I dated last, she's like the worst person I have ever dated. Why?
Mhm.
Because I'm putting so much effort on you. I'm bringing some stuffs for you.
Mhm.
At least if I'm not able to give you a diamond ring, but at least I'm giving you a ring. That's all of my heart.
See,
I'm
I'm
giving you that
telling
from
you.
my pocket.
that's what I'm telling you right now. Like,
And she's not even respecting that.
because that girl, she made up her mind in one thing that I deserve much better than this guy. That's the biggest
That's the
flaw.
mentality they are having.
That's the biggest
Yes.
flaw they are having right now. See,
Yes. They
if
want
you-
more better and better.
yeah, right. If you start with a ring, whether it's a stainless steel or gold plated
Mhm.
or something like, if you have a gold ring,
Yeah.
if your fortune is good, you might gift her a gold ring
Mhm.
whatsoever. She will argue with you why it's not a diamond. Why?
Oh,
Because
yes, yes. Oh my
why?
God.
Because that's in her mind that I expect diamond and I want the diamond.
they want us to
She
spend
didn't-
everything on them.
She didn't saw your effort. She didn't saw with how much hard work, how
Mhm.
much hustle you did
Mhm.
to get that ring.
Obviously. She didn't say that.
And if the girl is a generous person,
Mhm.
she will know one thing: if I start with a stainless steel
Mhm.
right now, I will end up with a diamond ring at the end.
Obviously.
That is the kind of girl, they will wait.
That is the mentality they should
And you know
have.
what they say? These kinds of girls, they generally exist. You know where they exist? Imagination.
Imaginations, yes.
Imagination.
Imaginations.
So the other thing that you made the point How to overcome the heartbreak.
Yes, how to overcome the heartbreak?
Absolutely.
Because there's a lot of guys, we all guys out there that we're struggling to move on from one thing. May it be like a month, 6 months, a year, or more than a year.
Yeah.
It's very much tough just to get over that. And why it is very tough? Because they're creating that what do we call it? That trust issues. in
A
us.
scenario.
Trust issues. They're treating us so much of that. After that, we can't trust anyone. We can't. Simply, we can't.
It's obvious.
And that's the reason we can't move on.
It's obvious. So here the beautiful part, the
Mhm.
thing is, we generally cannot move on about the things what we had before, because sometimes the worst phase gives us the best lesson, and it becomes the best part of your life when we achieve into that milestone.
That's a lesson.
That's a lesson.
Yeah.
So the first thing I would say, take it as a lesson.
Mm.
Take it as a lesson that you have spent your attention, time and money in an ungrateful one.
Mhm.
But also remember, if you help the poor person,
Mhm.
your wardrobe will never be empty.
Okay.
Your wardrobe will never be empty.
Mhm.
And the poor person means, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
understand.
don't take it that way. Okay.
No, I'm not getting it that way.
No, not you.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
how to overcome the heartbreak? It's very simple and very easy.
Okay. So what's it?
It's like, okay, you have understood the lesson, you have went through that worst
Mhm.
phase, now start focusing on yourself. That's the best you can do. Regardless which thing you're doing, if you're doing engineering, well and good, to complete your studies, get your degree, get yourself a job, start from something small. Or if you want to do engineering and straight away start your business, you can also do that, not a single problem. Or if you in other field category, like pursuing hotel management or whatsoever, then it's also fine. See, always remember, success comes from the place which you thought you can never go. You can never go. Like,
Okay.
in my thing, my personal experience, I studied front office
Mhm.
for a hotel reception.
Okay.
I wanted to be a concierge.
Mhm.
You know why? Because if I start from the concierge, the very next step where I can be in the reception desk.
Mhm.
Because concierge and the reception desk is almost the same. The other thing is the reception, they check in with the guest, and we are the ones, we look like which of the guests will be going to that room. It's almost the same thing. Like I'm not doing the checking, but
Mhm.
I'm just checking. Like in a flow chart,
Mhm.
guests are coming, going, help them with their trolleys and whatsoever. So it's not a
So it's
something
not a
like.
big thing. Like.
I would say it's not a big thing, but it was something I would really love to do that,
Mhm.
because as a concierge, I have to keep a lot of knowledge
Mhm.
about the current affairs, sports, which car has what mileage, sports bike, and the funniest thing, how much the price of an alcohol,
Okay.
like which cigarette is the best if you are a smoker,
Yes, yes,
and
yes,
if you
yes.
get like young guys, they will ask for like if I categorize or differentiate between a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, which one would it be? Obviously, if you're a Lambo guy, you will always go for a Lambo, and if you're a Ferrari guy, regardless how much Lamborghini you have, you will always go for a Ferrari. So it's a very much neutral.
Oh, you see.
Thing is, I didn't get the chance in front office. 2 reasons. First thing, tattoos.
Tattoos, yeah.
Tattoos. I didn't have this much of tattoos which you're seeing right
Hey,
now.
you have tattoos, but I just have just to this.
Yeah, but the thing is that by that time I never had
This
like
is
this.
a fucking stupid tattoo I have done.
It's okay, it's
Nothing
okay,
of my
brother.
ex.
It's okay, brother.
Fuck this.
Like even if the tattoo is small, just be happy with what you got. Because in the other day, like when the time will change and you might have a full body tattoo.
Obviously.
That's what I'm saying right now. Like I had this tattoo over here and this tattoo over here, which is now like I
What is this
regret this tattoo.
over one here? What's this one?
It's a phoenix.
Okay,
It's a
that's
phoenix. So this tattoo over here and this tattoo over here. So they told me with a statement like, okay, you will not be eligible for the front office in my college. Why? 2 reasons. I have tattoos,
Mm-hmm.
and the second thing is I'm not punctual, which
Mhm.
was true. Like sometimes I was late.
Okay.
It depends, like which situation I'm right now.
Yes, obviously.
The best,
it
the,
depends on
the,
situation.
the best part, not the best part, the main thing what they talked about is just my tattoos. The tattoos were
The
creating
only
the problem.
tattoos, yeah.
Now, I have learned, how to do the baking thing, like baking cookies. puff pastries,
Mhm.
puff pastry filling,
Mhm.
how to make a cake.
Mhm.
In my college, I have learned that thing in 3 months because there was a part like I have to learn.
Mhm.
So I utilized that. I would never say I have never utilized that. I have utilized that. So I had the basic knowledge.
How did you utilize it? How did you just?
See, even if it's for 2 hours, for 2 hours, in the periodic table of 5 days, 3 days I have that class,
Okay.
2 hours of a day. So I'm getting 6 hours in 3 days. So 2 hours was enough for me to learn
Mhm.
that. Because like in kitchen, everything is not one. It's like you know the business, do it.
Yeah.
You have to know how much quantity, how much
Mhm.
of category what you are making. So that's it. The other part, which I will come, that is the knowledge. So I have gained the knowledge.
No, before that, I would like to ask you about something, about a question as we spoke about the heartbreaks and all, and to focus on ourselves, right? So, what advice you will give to the youths or to the guys like us, how they can start on working on themselves, how they can just manage it?
See, this is not only for the youth, it's
Mhm.
also for the guys as well. Like whether it's my age, older than me, younger than me, or in between. Don't keep yourself into that position that
Mhm.
she is the only one. Life is big, life is beautiful, it has the positive and the negatives. Go with the negatives first.
Mhm.
Until and unless you don't go with the negative, you might not value what is positive going on.
Mhm.
And trust me, like I'm not saying you to be negative so far. What I'm trying to tell you that at first life will show you all the negative things that you will encounter when you start your journey, when you start your milestone.
Yeah.
And trust me, like after college, it's you on your own.
Mhm.
Forget about your friends. Forget about who said will stay with you or promised you that I will stay with you. See, if they're generous enough, they will stay.
Mhm.
And if they think you're kind of something who just spoiled his career or
Mhm.
whatsoever, they are the kind of friends, like you need to cut off. You need to cut off. 2 reasons. They don't want you to prosper, and they are jealous about your success. I'm telling you the truth. And focusing on yourself, which generally means like, okay, if you're not into like going to the gym or whatsoever, start hitting the gym.
Mhm.
That's the best thing. Start hitting the gym.
At least
When-
start.
at least start.
At least start. At least give some
Do
efforts.
20 push-ups. Do 20 push-ups first.
Mhm.
Do 20 pull-ups.
Mhm.
If you manage to do 20 push-ups, go for 20 pull-ups. If you manage to do 20 pull-ups, go with dips. If you manage 20 dips, go with jumping jacks. Generally, I don't prefer this, but if you are active enough, go for the jumping jacks. Okay. Now do the crunches.
Mhm.
20 set of 5. And if you can go for more, 30 set of 5, 60 set of 5, depends. Do
It
that.
depends on your strength.
Depends on
how,
your
how
strength.
much can
Yeah.
you can put.
So the first thing, if you manage yourself with 20 push-ups,
Mhm.
imagine this. You did 20 push-ups.
Mhm.
You did it on your own.
Mhm.
Nobody came for your support. You did it on your own.
Mhm.
That's an achievement.
Obviously, that's an achievement.
That's an achievement. You did it on your own, brother.
Obviously.
Yeah.
That's
You
all
know,
your efforts. You have done it on
Your efforts, your hard work, your pain,
Obviously.
and what it has given you? It has given you a proper shape of your chest.
Like the saying goes, pain gains. No, I mean, what's it called?
No pain, no gain.
Yeah, that's
No
that's
pain, no gain. Yeah, that's the
I'm out
old
of the
term.
line, but
That's the
it,
old term,
it,
but
that's it.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Mhm.
hit the gym,
Mhm.
do your workout, become jacked, get muscles. At least I'm not saying you have to be a Mr. Olympia, but
Mhm.
if you have a nice body,
Mhm.
if you put yourself on a uniform or a dress or a polo shirt,
Mhm.
you would feel yourself, yeah, it's me.
Mhm.
The fittings, and it makes you look like a gentleman, like a gentleman.
And also, if it didn't, if I say, besides hitting the gym, you should start focus on your skills. What skills you have? If you like, if you can write it more. If you can play an instrument, do it more, practice it more. Just keep yourself up to date. Just
For
keep yourself.
example, I would
Mhm.
say that's nice because I will take your career
Mhm.
option over here.
Yeah.
For example, like you're also in music, right?
Obviously.
So, if a guy is going through a breakout,
Mhm.
and he's onto music, go for that. Focus on that music octaves. Focus on that B scale or C minor, A major, seventh octave, whatsoever. Whether it's a guitar or a keyboard or drums, whatsoever. I might not have that
Whatsoever, there's a lot of
that,
things, yes.
that I don't have that kind of knowledge in the music
Mhm.
because I never went to that deep. But whatever it is, focus on that. One day your music will give you the fruit which you are doing your hard work on it. You know why? Because there will be a time when people will judge you, start judging you, which has happened with me as well.
Mhm.
Like if I started to share with this, I might take a long, a long story,
Mhm.
but keeping it short, the people might judge you like what will music will give you. But remember this, brother. One day that music will give you whatever you have desired when you were young.
Mhm.
Forget about the girls. All I can say, forget about the girls. They are in delusion. They will think I have to be in a 50 lakhs category or 60 lakhs or 1 CR, 2 CR. If I am not 1 CR, then I am not eligible for taking them, marrying them. Okay, no problem. If 1 CR is the case, then it's okay. It's quite possible enough for me, or if somebody is already in that category. So yeah, it's quite possible enough. But I don't want that 2 out of 10 woman who is giving that interview.
Obviously, why we want that? Obviously.
I want a woman. If I am wanting a woman, just telling you,
Okay.
she should come in such a way that she knows I want this person in my life, not his wealth. See, if a woman is caring, she looks after the house, cooks, clean.
Mhm.
See, I am a chef. I can help her out. But if she knows cooking, if she knows the basic cooking, basic cleaning, laundry, whatsoever, you take care of my house, I will take care of your makeup, nails, hair, and whatsoever.
Everything, yes.
Everything. Trust me, I can literally do that. But the thing is, I don't find girls worthy enough right now. Trust me.
Yes,
It's not about the
they're-
money. I'm telling you, it's not even about the money.
Mhm.
How much they are demanding.
Mhm.
But the girls who demand this kind of ransom money, they
No,
are
no,
not even.
it's not wrong about these things. Like if they are demanding something, okay, we can give that. We can, but in return, you should give something to us.
Absolutely.
Not like in that way. I'm not
Absolutely.
talking in that way. I'm talking about efforts. I'm talking about that trust. You should trust. As I said, like I have dated a person before. It was all very good. I was getting what statements she made. Hey, I love you. You're the one. I will marry you. If you won't be here, I will die. Fuck that shit. I mean, bro, I was
Nobody
there to
dies.
love you for the entire time. I'm giving you my time. I'm giving you all the efforts. What I just asked in return, I just asked for some time. I just told her, just give me 1 year, stick with me. After that, I can take care of you.
See,
Before that, no, before that, one thing I would like to say, when I was giving efforts, that time she was trying to make me move away. And the phase
That's what they
when
do.
she was making me move away, that time I was the one, I don't know I should say this or not, but I was the one begging, what I was begging? Just to fix that.
begging her to stay.
Just to bring her back. Not only bring her back, just to fix that thing. I said myself, ki, let's just fix this. Let's just start from all over. But what statement she gave? Oh no, dear. I just used you just to forget someone. I'm not fucking you, bitch. You just fucking used me to forget someone else. Then why did you just come here? For lust? Oh, if I mention this,
Now it's last.
I don't know why they're so much being obsessed with like that. Oh, I want to make out with you on this song, and I'm like, oh,
See, it's okay. I
it's all okay.
understand.
If they are getting physical, it's all okay. It's okay. We can understand that. We also need that. They also need that. It's okay.
It's okay.
But
you
what
know,
if a demisexual person comes? That is me. A demisexual person comes and gets physical with that person whom he loves, and then the girl leaves, and your life is shattered. And it's been a year that I couldn't move on.
see, your life.
What you will say about
Your
this?
life
What's your
has
point of
been-
view on this statement?
Your life has been shattered, and I am a virgin for like I don't know how many years.
Well, your case is much worse than me.
It's
Obviously,
worse,
that
worse,
is
like,
very much more.
whenever girls come and they have a word
my
with me,
God.
the first thing they think I'm too young to date them. Especially the Latinas, they think I'm too young to date them.
Oh, God.
Okay, and second thing when it comes to the girls of India, they ask like, okay, so are you a virgin? I say,
Mhm.
yes, I am. I never had the touch of a woman. And they're like, how come? It's obvious, bro. It's obvious, brother. If nobody wants to date me or take me out, then how would I get that chance to show my performance, right? That's obvious.
I mean, it's very stupid of those girls who are just leaving you. I'm like, look at you. You're so well settled. You're doing very good in life, and they're just like they just want fun.
See, they get those things from bad boy kind of category of guys, which I don't want to discriminate, but yeah.
After they,
like,
when they get bad boys, they leave them.
that's why
That's
I
the
always
thing.
tell you. I always tell you. You
But
get
at
what
the
you
end of
manifest.
their career, not like the actual career, but at the end of the time when they get like 30, 35, they crave for like, oh, I just need a good boy. I just need a fucking nerd. I will marry him and I will do this stuff.
See.
Bro, when there was a person to love you for the fucking entire lifetime and you're just leaving him for more better. The more
just
better you
left
will
him
look
for
for, the
somebody.
more fucked up you will get in life in future. That's for sure.
Let's
That's
see,
the actual fact.
let's see. You know, like most of the cases I have seen so far, it generally makes me laugh. You know why I was laughing in this time? It's because of that only. But yeah, point to be noted. When it comes to like looking for a partner or somebody, I would always look for a cute, curvaceous, chubby, on a traditional dress. See, I would say, by truth, I love Latinas. They have the nice body structure and etc. I would love to see them, in Indian traditional attire. See, I'm a part British guy, but but I also follow the Indian ways as well. Like part British, not fully British, part British. But like seeing a Latina girl with Indian dress, it's beautiful. Like regardless of that, this hourglass. I don't prefer hourglass. If she's curvy,
No,
and chubby.
I personally don't prefer same as well.
If she's curvy and chubby.
Curvies.
If she's curvy, chubby, and cute, that's the kind of a girl I like, because I know she's like a soft girl, feminine, knows how to cook, knows how to clean, and the best part, she knows how to take care of her man. And that's what like. I'm not hoping. I know like I won't get anybody in future, because when I used to think that okay, I'll get one, etc. But now I feel that time has gone. I moved completely forward, that I have lost what was in the back, and that was quite the positive way, because I wanted this life, the good life. Now whatever I have, it is all with my hard work. In the time of COVID, I have seen some guys, they are getting those gaming laptops and desktops, PS4. That time PS4 was the biggest gaming console going so far. PS4. So I put it in my mind like, how come they are having this much of money while I am the one who is still struggling for it? Like, I need that. How much it was back in the day? Like 45,000 Indian rupees, 300, 400. Yeah, $450, something like that.
More like around.
Yeah. But in COVID times, like you cannot demand that kind of money, like 10K, 15K, because I know the business was down. You need to get up, you need to calculate all the errors, what has been, plus you need to get everything settled up. Then you can give the employee that kind of money. All right, no problem. when I started, I never thought of this thing. Like, I want 30K as my monthly salary. But when I quit that company, moved abroad, 38K was my first salary. And you know what?
That was the very first.
That was my first salary when I started working abroad. So first things first, I thought that okay, now I have the money to buy a PS4 or an iPhone. Because iPhone was trending that time, and yeah, I really wanted to have that because I wanted to know how this technology, the Apple thing works. So yeah, not a big fan of iPhone. Yeah, not a big fan of iPhone. Not a big fan of iPhone. So yeah, this iPhone thing. And guess what? Neither I get PS4 nor an iPhone because I knew that 30K it might be a lot of money for me, but if I'm taking care of my family, which is my mom, my papa, my brother, it was less.
It's all upon you.
You know why it was
You're the
less?
head of the family now.
Yeah. You know why it was less? Because if I'm giving them like 20,000 a month, and I have family of 4, electricity. I know that my father has business, my brother is also working, they can take care of, but as the eldest son of our family, I need to go beyond my limit. So I switched. And within my first contract, by the grace of Lord Jesus, I have got everything.
That's actually a change.
Yeah.
That's a good change.
And by the blessings of Lord Jesus and Saint Michael and the protection of Saint Michael, my house has been renovated. Now my staircase have marbles. So everything which is happening with my money, I'm really happy with it because at the time my father said like, one day son you will also do that. At that time you will know how it feels. I took it in the other way that time, but right now I feel he was right. He was right. I feel happy.
Obviously, because that's the only happiness you will ever get. Like if you're spending your time, money on your family, you will have the best time of your life. That's the only thing. That's the only responsibilities we have to do.
And here also one thing comes like some of the girls, even if I'm looking at my family or looking after my family, they give us a term like you are a mama's boy.
Why is that?
Because I take care of my mom.
I mean, this is very stupid of them to say this kind of statements. I mean, where do they get that thing in their mind?
See, 2 things as a mama's boy. If the guy who is young, doing nothing, his mom is taking care of himself, plus he has a girlfriend, but whatever he does, he needs to ask his mom for permission and etc. And the girl doesn't like it. So that time if he is calling him a mama's boy, it's okay because he is on to his mom. His mom is taking care of him.
Obviously, yeah.
So he should be a mama's boy.
Obviously. He should keep that promise.
Yeah, he is a mama's boy and he should be a mama's boy because your mom is taking care of you. So that time if my mom was taking care of me and the girls were saying that I'm a mama's boy, at that time I used to get myself angry like why? And now I feel really happy that yeah, if you think I'm a mama's boy, then I'm literally happy for that because you know what point I would say? That woman gave me birth. And the person which I am right now is because of that woman, right? Because of that woman. And trust me, I really, really love my mom, regardless what situation I am.
We all do.
Yeah. You know why?
We all guys do that.
One thing I'm saying, some guys who falls into a relationship or something.
I mean, sorry to interrupt that.
Yeah.
Before that, there's nothing wrong in you that you're a mama's boy. Like there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. If you listen to your mom, if you are spending time, that's all okay. That makes you a real man. That actually makes you a real man.
Right.
It's not like that. Oh my God, I'm taking alcohol. I'm going with the chicks. I'm doing this and that. This doesn't make you a man.
That doesn't make you a man.
Just think about your family. Just think about yourself. Because at the end of the day, none of your girlfriends or exes or friends will be there for you.
Right.
If we ever get stuck, there's the only person who will get out of it, and that's your family.
Your
They
family.
will help them out.
Absolutely.
Now you can continue.
Yeah. So there was a time like I have seen like guys who are getting into relationships
Mhm.
plus they're not looking after their mom. Like
Mhm.
if the mom is asking for a simple question like,
Mhm.
son, how will I do this? How will I do that? Etc. They are charging their mom with thing like I don't have time for this, or mom I'm busy, or some rude answers like mom why don't you understand?
Mhm.
Now here is my question or a point like when you were small,
Mhm.
you are roaming around in front of your mom, whatever she is cooking, you are taking that food, you are saying mom I'm having this, I'm having that. She is getting happy because you are the one tasting her creation,
Yeah.
you are the one tasting her food, and you are the one who is getting happier. And when you ask some silly questions to your mom,
Mhm.
does she get angry?
Mhm.
No, right?
No, sure no.
She gives you the answer, regardless like which language she's speaking. She gives you the answer, right?
Answers, suggestions, or the
Suggestions,
things which is very
what
good
to
for
do,
you.
what to do next,
Yes,
etc.
what to do, what to not.
Even if you are sick, your mom is the only one to take care of you, nurture you, etc.
Mhm.
So now when you are with a chick and you
Mhm.
think like, okay, mom's part has been ended, what do you think? That chick will take care of you?
No, sure no.
See, when the time comes, you have nothing, that chick will also disappear. Who will stay with you? Your mom.
Yes.
As long as you have your mother, or as long as you have your
family by your side, your life is actually
appreciate that.
good. Appreciate that. Respect that thing.
Respect
that
your
thing. Because once
Respect
if
your
you
time.
share your problems or your whatever the situation is, if you share with that your family, they gonna help you first. They will give you suggestions what to do, what to not. I mean, stick with that. Stick to your culture. Stick to your family.
And there is also one question that will arise from generally the Sims, mostly the Sims. The girls never
Okay.
ask this. It's generally the Sims. The guys exactly. They will ask what will happen if somebody's mom has been expired or somebody who doesn't have a mom at all.
Mhm.
My thing is, my all condolences to all the mom who has lost their lives. May your soul rest in peace.
Mhm.
If you don't have a mom but you have a lovely dad
Mhm.
or your
Mhm.
grandparents,
Mhm.
or grandparents, or if you are like praying to God or something like that, whatever happens, just share it. Even if it's your God, just share it.
Mhm.
You don't have to choose another path like I have to be this, that, etc. Or make it a belief that okay, this girl, she understands me, etc. Now I should be
Even if you have
vulnerable.
even if you have a good friends, like a good circle friends, not
Yeah.
like the bad ones, like takes you out, gets alcohol. No, not that. If you get good friends who is actually by your side, supporting everything, if you want to share with them.
Share with them.
Sure.
They will actually help you.
And
You know
at
why?
least you will
Because
feel good, and at least you can overcome that. They will
because
help
a
you.
friendship with guys creates a brotherhood.
Mhm.
Regardless, if you give him one cigarette or one bottle of beer or a cup of tea,
Mhm.
he will give his life to protect you. Regardless,
Oh, yeah.
regardless if he knows you for a year, one or two, or somebody who knows you for years, he won't even come.
Actually, the truth is like the person you're getting intoxicated with, that person will never come to you when you need them, because they will only come to you when they want to get intoxicated.
You know,
Because you're
the
paying for
help.
that.
You know, the
That's the
help
only
always
thing they
comes.
will ever stick with that. Right.
As I always say, the help always comes with the unexpected ones,
Yes.
not the ones we expect that they will come and help us.
Yes. Actually, there's a saying, no, okay, right persons are all around us. We have to look for that. We don't need to like find it here and there. That's all around you. That's all around you. You have to look for the only right one. See,
Yeah.
okay, she's the right one or he's the right one. Okay, she's a good one for a relationship. Okay, he's a good for a friendship. You have to look for
And,
that. You have
and
to
there is
analyze
also
yourself.
one thing, like I'm saying right now
Mhm.
that when I was young
Mhm.
and somebody called me, you are still a mama's boy.
Mhm.
It was obvious.
Yeah.
I was getting angry because
Mhm.
I'm doing my college, doing everything myself.
Mhm.
How come I be a mama's boy? Now when I am old enough,
Mhm.
I have understood what my family has done for
Mhm.
me. So right now it's my duty to take care of my mom, my papa, my brother, and myself as well. So now also, if the chicks, if the bitches, they calls me a mama's boy, I'm really
The
proud
chicks
of that.
only, right?
No, I'm really proud of that, you know. I'm really proud of that because yeah, it's okay. I was small, my mom took care of myself. Now I'm old enough, I will take care of my mom. And the other part, you know, I still allow my mom to sleep in our bedroom because sometimes, you know, when we were small, you know, these thunders, etc., nightmares, we go into our mother's bedroom and be like, Mom, I had this nightmare, etc. And what mom does? Okay, son, come. See, I'm old enough. I'm old enough. For you girls, it might think inappropriate, but trust me, my mom is getting old. Now it's our duty to take care of her, right?
It's our duty to care. Like,
Regardless
take care
of my
family.
age, if my mom still comes to my bedroom to sleep with us, we welcome her with our open arms.
Obviously, you should welcome her with open arms. You should. It's not like
You
you
should.
have to. You should.
You should.
Because that's your responsibility to take care of them. Because when we were a kid, they did a lot of things for us. They did. They did.
They did.
Even if it's all about study, money, or the things we want, they always gave that
Right.
importance to us. They fed us. They gave us career guidance and everything.
And about
You should-
about the career guidance, what I can say, make yourself so busy that you don't have time to waste your time. You know, that's the true thing I'm saying.
Hmm.
To waste your time, you need to have time. And you know what? You should be so busy that you don't even have time to waste that time. Right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I mean, you should focus on your skills. You can learn a lot of things besides like going to the gym or studying. You should focus on your skills, like what you can create. Just be in a creative mind where you can change a revolution in the generation because we all know that this generation is very cool.
And what he
I'm
told,
talking about Gen Zs. I'm not talking about any other.
forget
generations.
about the Gen Zs because Gen Zs, no matter what we say,
Gen Zs are the most shittiest generation I have ever seen in my fucking life.
shit, bro.
I don't consider myself as a Gen Z. I really don't consider myself because I'm not one of them.
Good for you.
I'm not one of them.
Good for you.
They're just doing the shittiest things. I'm like, if I talk about Gen Z, if like there's a group, suppose there's a group, everyone owns an iPhone. Suppose iPhone, iOS. One brings a Samsung or something, and others knock them down. Why? Because they are not using an iPhone. I mean, bro, you all are buying that iPhone.
I'm a Samsung user as well.
I'm also Samsung user. We are Samsung brothers.
Absolutely.
And it's more like you're just buying an iPhone with an EMI and you're talking to us like you don't have an iPhone, you don't belong to us. I mean, fuck off. I don't need your group. I don't need iPhone. I'm happy on my own.
Forget
I'm
about the
happy
iPhone.
with my friends.
Forget about the iPhone stuff. You know, there was something like a lady. She said, you don't have an iPhone? You are a poor person.
Oh god.
You are a brokey.
No, baby, we are not poor. We just show us.
How come I should? I never expected this thing, but
Oh my god.
sorry, I never expected this thing, but you know, like when time came,
Mm-hmm.
I brought myself an iPhone.
Okay.
I brought myself an iPhone, and you know what
But
I
you
did?
were not
No.
satisfied with
And
that.
you know what I did?
Okay.
I gifted it to my brother.
Oh my god.
For me, you know why?
Mm-hmm.
For me, I know I can still use the iPhone,
Mhm.
but I knew my brother is more deserving than myself
Okay.
because he did a lot of things when I was joining the company. Flights,
Mm-hmm.
hotel booking,
Okay.
payments, return ticket, taking me to the airport. A lot of things he did.
Obviously. Your
So
brother
he deserves that, right?
Obviously.
Yeah,
He deserves that.
he really deserves that. And that's why
Because
you know,
that person is actually getting that responsibility.
and he never asked me that, brother, I am doing all this for you, you have to give me this. He never asked me for an iPhone whatsoever. I gave it from all my heart to him. You know why? Because I saw how much hustle he did when I was going to the company.
Obviously, absolutely. You and your brother came a long way. Like I have seen you both where you both were standing and now where you are.
Yeah, even there
It's
was a time,
very fucking
you know, there was
huge
a
difference
time,
in
you know, we planned ourselves to buy fake iPhones just
Oh,
to
God,
just
yeah.
to see what it is like.
Yeah.
You know that iPhone comes in
Just to feel like
just to feel like having an
how's
iPhone.
how's the presence of
Yeah, how it feels to have the presence of iPhone. Yeah, that was kind of the shittiest thing. But imagine that, like
Mm-hmm.
we made a picture of having a fake iPhone
Mm-hmm.
back in the day when we were small.
Mm-hmm.
Alright?
When we were in school and colleges that time.
See, he was in college. He was in
More like
college.
10 years ago, I guess.
Obviously,
Obviously.
somewhere around 9 years ago, when he was in college. I was,
Mhm.
giving my final year.
Yeah.
So that time we imagined this. But right now, when I see and imagine those stuff, I feel like whoa, we really hit the milestone. Like we hit the milestone, but we never expected that we would have done it so well and so early.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other part about the career discussion,
Career
or
things,
career
yes.
things that I'm talking about. See, regardless whichever department you're working,
Mhm.
whatsoever, just make your heart believe that you can do it. That's
You
what I'm
should
saying.
believe on yourself that you
Believe
can
on
make
yourself.
it.
You know, if you secure yourself, half of the job is done.
Obviously.
Half of the job is done. Once you secure yourself, and if you have a desire of like doing business or going for forex or trading whatsoever, portfolios, etc., etc.
There is nothing
crypto.
impossible. Everything is possible if you put your efforts, if you put your ideas, if you put
Yeah.
your, put
What you-
everything
what you
on
told
that
about.
thing. That is possible to make. If
Yeah.
you want to become an artist, that is very possible because one track you will make, that will fail. Second one, that will fail. Third one, that will fail. But the fourth
Learn
one,
from the failures.
fourth one will get that attention. You just have to believe on yourself. What you are making, you should bring a revolution to that. You have to think like that. Otherwise, you can't. Otherwise, you can't.
I won't say you
It's
can't.
very cool.
I won't say you can't. Like, if you're really into that kind of
Mhm.
thing and you're doing it, you're failing. You're doing it, you're failing. Ultimately, one day that track of yours will hit the milestone.
Mhm.
Even some of the tracks which has been released in 2005, but now they have hit the milestone of over 1 million of views in this year. Why? Because people like through TikToks or through
Yeah.
Reels or whatsoever, they're just promoting that song.
Mhm.
They're just promoting that song.
Mhm.
So what happens like you might not get that recognition in the first place, but leave it for 2 years, 3 years.
Mhm.
I'm not saying that leave it for that much of your, but just leave it. One day you will see that track of yours
Mhm.
hit the millions.
Obviously.
Hit the millions. You might get the notification from the YouTube or Spotify, whichever music profile you're in.
Obviously.
You might get that notification that it has hit the milestone.
At-
What
at
you have
least-
done?
At least.
What you have learned from that? In the thing like you want to achieve, or the things that you want to achieve, you will fail.
Yeah.
You will literally fail. And I'm not saying that you have to fail. Learn from your failures. Learn from your failures.
Mhm.
Because that's the thing, which helps the career growth. And if you are broken up with somebody,
Mhm.
well and good, that's the sign of, that's the sign from the God itself, like He wants you to be the strongest person.
Mhm.
Why I said the strongest person? See, the person who wants to achieve something in life, and the
Mhm.
person who wants to be someone in life, and he
Mhm.
wants to be in that place, God will put us in isolation. He will take away all the distractions, whether if it's your girlfriend or your something which you dear the most. They will take away the distractions. They will put you in
distractions. Yes.
yeah, they will put you in certain places that you will think that I cannot come out alive.
Mm.
But ultimately, you will be the one who will be coming out alive.
Oh,
I
yes.
have been into that
Yes.
position. I have been into that position. I have seen the
That's
worst. I have seen the worst in my life, and I pray that my young generation should
Mhm.
never go with that phase. But ultimately, it depends on how much they can take. Because some people I have seen that they literally committed suicide for this. They literally
Oh
committed
my God.
suicide.
Suicide cases are very
Yeah.
much increasing day by day.
Now it's very much arousing.
Yes,
I've seen.
that is
Yeah.
very worse.
I don't want to talk about this,
Mhm.
but all I can say, whatever happens, stay strong and focus on yourself.
Just believe in yourself. More of it, believe in
Because
yourself. that you
because
can
when
do that.
you are hustling,
Mhm.
nobody will come to appreciate once they see the results. And I will say one thing: slap them with your results.
Obviously.
Slap them with your
Like,
results.
if you do believe yourself, there will be a point, if you come to a point when you feel that you are very successful, all of the rejections you have ever got in your life, they will all come back, they will text you, they will talk to you like, I'm sorry, I just rejected you. Now I'm here to offer you a lot of things. That's the
See,
time you will realize that
I'm telling you.
have that.
I'm telling you one thing.
Mhm.
This rejection thing and whatsoever, that she might be a chick.
Mhm.
The time when she had a value,
Mhm.
she used it in a bullshit way. And the time when she will come back,
Mhm.
she is already rammed by a lot of dudes.
Mhm.
And trust me, it's better to buy something brand new.
Obviously.
It's better to buy something brand new. So
Exactly. That's the
if
point.
you are in the point of buying a Bugatti or a Lambo or a Ferrari,
Mhm.
trust me, brother, a brand new Ferrari is far better than a
At
girl.
least something's better
Then-
than having nothing.
Something better than having nothing, but a brand new Ferrari is far better than having something which has 5 owners on it.
Oh,
5
yes.
owners, 7,000 miles, and it is not about cars. It is not about cars.
It's not
Cars,
about
you see,
Cars,
personal opinion, if I get a second-hand Honda Civic, I'm still happy because I'm buying that with my money.
Oh, I'm still happy.
And
with
there is
that.
one thing I will say, once you bring something in your place,
Yeah.
automatically the other thing which you have never thought you will buy, that thing will also come.
Mm.
They always say start with something. Now I realize why my seniors, they always say start with something.
Actually, you don't have to buy a supercar or super thing just to get out of it. You just need something, or the things you have, you are satisfied with that. You should be satisfied with that, right?
I won't say that you
That's
have to
enough for you because you need to travel, right? So you don't need a Lamborghini just to travel from here to there. You just need a fucking car so that you can travel from
once
here to there.
once you start with a car
Mhm.
and you have the vision that you want that Lamborghini,
Mhm.
you can get the Lamborghini.
Automatically,
But-
it will be there.
But at
automatically.
least, at least you know that you had a car for your personal travel or office travel,
Mhm.
whatsoever.
Mhm.
If you have something for a commute, and you buy something after 4 years, 6 years, your favorite deluxe car or a hyper car,
Mhm.
then that's your achievement.
Understood.
Like you kept the vision that I have the car for my commute, and I have the car which I want to flex. They always say, never forget your roots where you have started.
Obviously, that's very true. That's very true. Flexing is a different thing. We don't flex here, but we flex different things. Like not like the things you all flex.
We flex having tea.
We flex something else which you all will never understand.
We flex brotherhood.
Actually, this is very true.
We flex
If we
brotherhood.
start flexing, I'm just thinking, what's gonna happen? Like if we actually start flexing.
Let them guess.
Till date, I haven't flexed anything, not any of the expensive things. I do own an expensive accessories, but I won't flex that. I won't flex that. Why? Because I know
See,
that
it doesn't have to be. But
that is only with me. I know that. I'm happy with that. That's the only thing I will ever know.
And the other thing that is regarding the girls'
Mhm.
temptations, distractions.
Mhm.
There was one video of Myron Gaines I have seen long back when I was going through breakup. Myron Gaines.
Okay.
After Andrew Tate, I was watching Myron Gaines.
So Andrew Tate. We
We will
talk
come
about
to
We're
that.
gonna talk about that.
Myron Gaines.
Mhm.
The video was something like why the girl should be not on OnlyFans, why the girl should cook and clean, etc. Here, I'm telling you. See, if you want to prove yourself that you are that kind of a person who wants to sell your nudes to the
Mhm.
OnlyFans, and you think that we need to link up with your shitty account just to take you out on a date, and I have to pay for that fucking date because you are a celebrity in OnlyFans. Trust me, if I need to see those kind of stuffs, or a naked person or a naked woman,
Why
I
would
can
I-
go any place, any strip club. I can go any strip club and watch
Any
it for
strip
free,
club,
right?
websites or
And the other
we got
things.
places to.
It's all the young
actually-
ones. It's all the young ones. You know what they think, like, okay, if I show this and if I convince him, he might take the subscription. Why should I take a $4 subscription?
Obviously.
Imagine that if that lady is my girlfriend and she has OnlyFans. You think I would let my girl to sell her ass for
Obviously
$4?
Obviously do.
That's madness. That's
sick.
madness,
That is
bruh.
sick of you. If you ever do that,
And-
that's very sick of you.
And imagine, and right now the demand which they are putting,
Yeah.
like the guy has to be this, that, whatsoever, and you mentioned you're toxic or masculinity. Masculinity doesn't come into this point. Masculine men are the men who is focusing on themselves
Mhm.
so that they can give a good life to the woman they love. Having children, taking care of the children. You take care of the house, I will take care of everything, including the children as well.
Of
But
that
no,
girl, that
you are not.
person
You are
is
not
in the
even.
family.
You are not even bothered about that. You are thinking about, okay, I am young. I would go for some bad boy who is into clubs, pubs, and then whatsoever this and that.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, getting wasted, becoming 30, 35, or a single mom, and then you will come to guys like us that, I still have affection for you, darling.
That's very.
Darling, where were you when we needed you the most? Where were you when I told you that I had a crush on
You
you?
were busy doing OnlyFans. Oh, if I
Forget
talk
about the
more-
OnlyFans. That
like, if
that
I
time,
talk about more about-
my time there was not even OnlyFans. I'm telling you, there was not even OnlyFans. I said one lady that I had a crush on you,
Uh-huh.
beautiful and whatsoever.
Uh-huh.
You know what she said? You're not the kind of person I want to go on a date with. And now she don't even have the guts to give me a message. You know why? When I gave you the message,
Mhm.
you kept it blank.
Yes.
And now you don't even have that guts to give me a message that how are you doing so far, because you don't have that capability, because you are already rammed, brother. You are already rammed. And other things, if you don't get girls, if you don't get a nice boyfriend, if you don't get a nice husband, if you don't get somebody who is willing to die for you, take care for you and whatsoever, then that's your fucking fault.
No, I'm just telling you where the guy is to take care of you. If you still loyal, if you still
No,
loyal,
no, no. Whatever he's saying,
it's just an exception.
It's an
Sorry.
exception. It's an exception, but
It's an
we don't
exception.
we don't go for 5 owners or 8
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's really.
If you don't have a boyfriend, if you don't have a good husband, if you don't have someone who is willing to die and take care of you,
Mhm.
that's your fault.
That's your
I'm telling you,
fault.
that's your fault.
Because
Because
there
when
was
the
a
guy
time-
was trying to
Yeah.
give you everything,
Yes,
you rejected
yes.
him with your own fucking perceptions. With your own
Not
fucking
rejected.
perceptions.
It's like you
Forget about the
ignored that
rejection.
person.
You know what they will say? They will think that, oh yeah, this guy, he's boring as fuck. We
Mhm.
don't need him. We need a bad boy. That's what they want.
Exactly.
And I always say, you get what you manifest. And when you get a bad boy, they ram you like chicken, and then at the end of the day they throw you out, one night stands, whatsoever,
Mhm.
and at the end of the day, you look at us, give us the message, you know my ex was possessive, my ex was toxic,
And like
etc.
you're getting rammed by like tons of people, it's like 5, 10, 15 or more than that.
Bro, why should I
And,
pay?
and then you're just expecting us to be loyal for you? You're just expecting us for that? No.
Bro, why should I pay a lot of money for a super bike that has millions of miles on it? This is not about super bikes.
Yes, obviously. If you get that, you will get that.
I know not the previous owner. All the 4 owners who rammed that thing still have the key.
Obviously. It's not about bikes, it's about something else.
See,
You
I am
know-
very much of a straight man with a
Mhm.
straightforward decisions.
Mhm.
So if you think that this is making me toxic
Mhm.
or low masculinity, low testosterone or whatsoever you think, trust me, girl, your bad boy, your bad boy still need to work on himself.
Look, brother, sorry to interrupt, but do they know about masculinity? What's the
That's the
definition
biggest
of
question.
Masculinity.
That's the biggest
That is actually the question.
See, anything from a woman starts with a real man should be like this and that. It's always a nonsense.
Obviously.
You know what is like?
What?
We don't have the paper bag, right?
Okay.
I would vomit.
I mean what? Oh my god. I mean, it's a realization they don't know about what toxicity is. They really don't know about the real toxicity. They don't know about any masculinity. Still, they crave for it. Oh, I need a masculine man. I mean, fuck off.
Do you even know what a
Fuck
masculine man
off. You won't
really
even
is?
get that.
What a masculine man is. And the last thing about this podcast, which we have come, and you take.
we were talking about Andrew Tate, Tate brothers.
Mm.
So, is there anything you want to mention about him?
Since really you have mentioned about my mentor, my all-time motivational
Mhm.
idol, or speaker, or
Mhm.
or a person I really admire
Mhm.
the most,
Mhm.
and the person who changed my perception of
Mhm.
being a man, live like a man,
Mhm.
hunt like a man, be masculine like a
Mhm.
man. That is him. See, when I was going through the bad phase of my life,
Mhm.
I have seen the best and the worst. Generally, the worst. My best life started when I started following his routine of, hitting the gym,
Mhm.
getting into shape, getting, in good dresses, getting up early, doing my stuff, focus on the work,
Business minded.
business minding, then work on myself, work on my weak areas,
Mhm.
work on my desires, what I
Mhm.
really want. So the thing is, like, when I was scrolling through YouTube,
Mhm.
there was a short clip about Andrew Tate. I have seen, like, he was having a podcast with Shine Reynolds.
Okay.
That channel was like grilling.
Okay,
It's
yes, I
not
remember
as
that.
grilling.
Mhm.
Shine Reynolds was taking an interview with
Mhm.
Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate, that video, what I saw, he told one thing about being a man is like, most men, they generally fucking exist.
Mhm.
They say 10,000 DMs, but
Okay.
nobody replies to it.
Mhm.
He is let alone to reply to,
Of
which
course.
is like a girl, even if she is a 2 out of 10,
Mhm.
she can go to a club and still get the attention.
Mhm.
99% of the men, whether it's a high profile or a general man,
Mhm.
nobody asks him who he actually is. So, like, most men are basically invisible.
Yeah.
Most men are invisible. This is the first point he said.
Okay.
Why he said? Because Shine mentioned one thing, that if a man who loves me, he can take his day off
Mhm.
and he can do whatever he wants with me, because I want my man to be
Mhm.
with myself. Plus, he needs to be in a six to seven figure category.
Okay.
Here, Andrew mentioned that if a man who has day off all the time, he will not be in the place to have a word with you.
Mhm.
You know why? Because a man taking a day off, all the time he's taking a day off.
Mhm.
Does he's doing what he needs to do? No, right?
No.
So, what does a day off really do? You're just giving yourself a relaxed period
Mhm.
whatsoever. But since you have nobody, you're not that man. You didn't become that man. You think girls will give you the attention that, okay, I need to have a word with that man? No, right? What she will think, hey, this guy is not worthy enough.
Mhm.
That's what it is. Second thing, what color is your Bugatti? I know it sounds ridiculous, but what he tried to say, when I had nothing, I saw some friends of mine
Mhm.
who came to my university with a Ferrari.
Mhm.
That day I couldn't sleep properly because I was thinking, how did he do that?
How did he manage?
How did he manage to get a Ferrari?
Yes.
I didn't think about he's a rich guy or whatsoever.
Mhm.
I was just figuring out how did he did that. So that's what kept me awake. I was uncomfortable,
Okay.
literally.
Mhm.
I was uncomfortable.
Mhm.
And the third thing, he said that a woman, if he's bragging about herself,
Okay.
stay away from that kind of woman.
Mhm.
And especially friends who is more into like alcohol and
Alcohol, any or any
and
kind of different
bad
substances.
addiction,
Substances, yeah.
bad addiction or substance abuse,
Yeah.
stay away from it,
Mhm.
because that kind of man and woman
Mhm.
will drain all your energy. So if you have a positive side, you might not get far with what you want. Yeah, I won't say that don't live your life, but live in a certain way that you can put yourself in an example that I did my job, plus I'm living my life.
Obviously.
Yeah. I don't want to speak about his mansions and how much cars he had, but whenever I see him, I see one thing very clearly, that this guy came from nothing. Now he has everything.
Mhm.
two things. He worked hard, plus he had the vision. And there is also one thing, he was helping the youth about the Hustlers University, how come, how much you can make, etc., which is right. I have
Which is very fine.
which is very fun. Like I have opened that platform, I have seen how it generally works. So I might think that yeah, I will also enroll myself to the real world. The real world. I'm planning to do that.
Yeah.
When I will do, I don't know, but yeah, I will do that.
Mm.
Why? Because it's not because I love Andrew Tate.
Mm.
It's because he was the one. He showed up when I was going through bad situations.
Obviously, because there's a lot of thing about Andrew Tate that he showed us what a real man needs to be. Like, if I say about businesses, he have gave those ideas to execute those businesses. He gave those ideas how to survive. He gave those ideas how to overcome everything. It's like he's a role model for people like us who wants to be at the top.
Yeah.
It's not like we can't, we can.
And you know
we
one
can.
thing what he said?
Mm-hmm.
He said that it's not me who wants everyone to call me top G. I want all of you to be a top G.
Obviously.
And that's why it's because of Andrew Tate, my life has changed.
Okay.
His videos, his podcast, his mindset had literally changed my life.
Like personally, if I say Andrew Tate is a person whose words affected us in our lives, and when we applied those words into our life, and we knew what are we doing and what we were doing. There's a difference what we were doing in the past and what we're doing now.
Right now, yeah.
There's a very big difference because he made us survive. He made us go through a lot of things which we didn't knew.
He made us understood the existence of a real man, because
Exactly.
if we stop existing
Mhm.
and if we think of like, okay, like,
Mhm.
if I get married then it's an
Mhm.
achievement and whatsoever,
Mhm.
then that is not the achievement, bruv. Why? Two things. Andrew wants us to be strong like him.
Mhm.
Not that much of strong. I know he's a world-class kickboxing champion, but we need to be strong from our mind and from our heart,
Mhm.
so that we can push ourselves forward.
Mhm.
So
No,
much.
he's actually a business-minded person where his potential is everything.
Mm.
He put his efforts and potential, and that's the reason he's at the top now. That's why he is known as the top.
And the
G.
funniest part, you know what he says, like, you are a brokey. Some people might take it in a negative way, but when I see that,
Mhm.
he's not even mocking us.
Yeah.
He's telling us that I did everything when I had nothing. And
Mhm.
now I have everything. Why? Because
Sure.
I focused on
Yes.
what I want. Suppose if you give me a picture or show me a picture of a McLaren or some models of Ferrari or a Lamborghini Urus,
Mhm.
SVJ,
Mhm.
Murcielago,
Yeah.
Aventador or Diablo, Porsche Cayenne Spider, Boxster,
Yes.
918, 911, or any cars like Mercedes-Benz, Maybach, G63, GLC,
Anything,
E350, E220D, then BMW, all kinds of models. I would say it's quite the possible thing to acquire that.
Mhm.
You know why? Forget about the other cars.
Mhm.
Take McLaren. Take
Okay.
McLaren's 720S.
720 races.
Why I'm saying it's possible? Because I'm creating a vision of myself that I'm opening the door of my McLaren.
Mhm.
I'm going inside and going out for a stroll
Mhm.
just to test the car,
Yes.
right? But somehow I managed to get myself a pre-owned Honda Civic, which is good. Why? It will improve my driving
Mhm.
skills. Once my driving skills has been improved,
Mhm.
now here comes another thing.
Mhm.
I made one car come to my house. Now it has created another opening for my vision that I have put myself into that McLaren.
Mhm.
Other thing, generation which we are living right now if you talk about is it really possible or get yourself a wife or a girlfriend who loves you the most, impossible.
That is very impossible. That's beyond everything.
That's beyond possible. I would say it's really very impossible. Plus, we don't fall into that category of what girl really wants. Like even if I am earning that much of money, what they demand, but I don't feel like they are the ones who will be suitable for us. So it's impossible. But when it comes to buying expensive cars or house, it's possible. It is possible. That's why why I always thank Andrew Tate, because he's the person who changed my life perspective, my views about the life. So whatever happens in life, I know that I am doing it, and if I lag behind, I am I am not focusing on it. So there is no questions of lagging behind or cry for something. If a man cries, you are showing yourself that you are too much vulnerable.
Okay.
Women, they don't like that. They generally ask that you should be soft, vulnerable, etc. Once you try to show your soft side, becoming vulnerable or crying, etc., they will literally hate you for your existence, that you are existing. You know why? At first they will say it's okay, and at the end, why I am dating a crybaby?
Yeah.
That's what Andrew really wanted us to say. Wanted us that grow yourself, work hard, do everything, focus on your dreams, achieve your dream, take care of your mom, take care of your family, and when you get a nice car. This has been made by Tristan Tate. One of his statements I was seeing, like, when you buy a fast car or something expensive car, the best you can do, go to your house, go to your mom, show her the car, and take her out on your first ride.
Obviously.
And then you can take your girlfriends, and the later part you can take your girlfriends, and if you have any hoes
If
or
you have a
new hoes,
girlfriend, then
yeah, if you have.
if you have.
But the first and foremost thing you should do, whatever car you buy, give the first ride to your mom.
Obviously, every time give the first ride to your parents.
Absolutely.
Show them that thing. Take them to a trip. Or whatever you can.
Or if you
just
don't-
do something for them.
Or if you don't have a mom, like as I have said, then give the same thing to your dad as well, because your dad is also doing the same thing. Because generally we talk about how much sacrifice our mom did, but we never talk about how much things our dad has done. But eventually, I will say, whatever you do, whether it's your mom and dad, give everything.
Obviously.
Because those persons gave their everything when you were small, and now when you are eligible, do the same thing with them.
I'm again saying you all, like, if you all follow Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate, or us also, you can follow us too. If you follow our ways of how to survive or how to actually get up in your career and do something good in your life, so that you will live with no regrets, right?
That's
So-
what I'm saying.
For that, you need to listen what we said and what Andrew Tate wants to tell the world. Like, actually, there's a lot of things he wants to say, and there's a lot of courses that he's giving out. Try to learn that. Try to focus on yourself. Just be that in that zone where you should value a lot of things, and in return, they should value you. This is the most important thing. Like, you should value time and efforts. These are the two most important
And
things in
family.
life.
And family.
And
Value your
family, yes.
as well.
And family. These three are the most important things in life that you actually need. So don't waste your time. Get up, listen to this. If you're listening to this podcast, get up, get yourself ready. Always listen to your inner self. Don't just listen to your head or like those
Those voices.
those
in
sounds.
here.
Yes, those voices. Get up on your own, get on your knees, and just start doing something. Just start. May it be a little, may it be
And
not
pray.
sufficient, like for the
And-
beginning,
and
but
pray.
you
and
will
pray.
make it. Always believe in yourself that you will.
You will make it.
let this thing happen like 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, but at the end of the day, if you give yourself that time and give that efforts into your work and fields, you will make that, and 110% sure if you follow these. If you
Never,
really follow this, if you really
never
want the good of
envy.
yourself.
Yeah, never envy what your friends has achieved when you didn't. Why?
Hmm.
Because that might be his temporary achievement. Might be, not say permanent, but
Mhm.
might be. But what you will achieve, it will be far beyond that what he has achieved. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. Like in my time, people said that I have destroyed my career. Like, and look at me right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might not have that super bike thing. Yeah, I might buy, but not now. It's a surprise when I will buy.
Mhm.
I will show it. I'm just, like, not I would say that I'm not doing anything, but yeah, I have focused myself on that vision that, yeah,
Mhm.
I'm in that thing. But when people said I have destroyed my career in that department segment, but I tried to pursue something other, which means I tried in other department, and right now
Mhm.
you can see I'm baking the beautiful cakes.
Mhm.
I'm making the beautiful muffins.
Mhm.
That's what it is. Like sometimes you might not get what you studied for, but sometimes if you work on something which you actually love, that can also bear you the fruit. Yeah, it might be a long journey, but it will give you the fruit, trust me. So last but not the least, yeah, we also said that we are the biggest fans. I say, and I'm also saying it again, yeah, I am a
Mhm.
biggest fan of Mr.
Yeah,
Andrew
sure.
Tate.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm really a big fan of Mr. Andrew Tate. And it's my wish, or I hope that one day we will have a word with Andrew Tate as well in
It's
person.
not only a wish, it's our will that we will make that. We will make it happen.
And we will make it happen.
We will
It's a promise.
surely make it happen.
We will make it happen.
That is already sure.
There is one thing, like I have seen yesterday. I think that you have the video clip as well, or I don't know. Yeah.
What is that?
Just look at this. It's not something motivational. It's a
Okay,
kind of a
okay.
joke. All right. Now wait. Let me just give this girl a message. She's coming. She's on a tuition. She's coming.
Okay. Oh.
Not my girlfriend. Where is you? Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
Just see what she will say. Just hear that what she will say.
If he speaks more than one language, date him. If he speaks more than 2 languages, my sister, marry him right now.
Oh,
Do you know what she said? More than 2
If he
languages?
speaks more than
serious.
1 language, date him. If he speaks more than 2 languages, my sister, marry him right now.
2 languages.
Two languages, more
More
than
than 2
More
languages.
than
Mi amor, tú eres hablar español, pero el problema es que tú eres caso mi propuesta.
Oh, that's actually a good one. So,
See.
so all right. So this is all for the podcast. As of this is our first episode. We're gonna do a lot of more. So we do need all of your support. Follow us on Instagram. There will be the links of our Instagrams. He's Lorenzo and I'm Damien. So signing off. Peace off.